Everybody always talks about making $10,000 a month like it's the new minimum for even being considered an entrepreneur. But I can tell you from experience in running my own business for the last 8 years and helping other people build their businesses that most people never even make their first dollar online, let alone $10,000, right, in their business. So in this video, I'm going to talk about something real here, okay? So I'm going to talk about how to actually make your first $1,000 a month in your business, right? And it does not have to be hard. It doesn't have to be expensive, but I'm going to show you how to get there and fast, right? It's only 4 steps that you really need. It does not have to be super complicated. It's actually very simple. It's not easy, but it actually is very simple, right? So think about what an extra $1,000 can do for you. If you have a full-time job, if you're working, if you even have a part-time job, what can an extra $1,000 do for you at this moment? And that's why I want to start there, right? So as I mentioned before, it's only 4 steps. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you a 5th step that can help you even multiply and do more than that. It can go from 3,000 to 5,000 to actually hitting $10,000 a month, right? So why should you even listen to me? Who am I? I'm just some guy on a YouTube video talking, right? But I do have some know-how. For the last 8 years, I've run my own online business with my family, and that in that time, we've generated over $1.2 million in revenue. Okay, and that was from a few different sources, but combined, it came up to 1.2 million. So in this video, I'm going to show you a very simple, bare bone, no fluff way on how to get that done. All right, so let's get started. So, what are those 4 steps to making your first $1,000 a month in your business? Okay. Now, I'm going to make this very simple and very tangible for you as I promised at the beginning of this video. Okay. So, one, excuse my handwriting here. Okay. So, those 4 steps are: one, an offer; two, traffic; three, payment; and four, delivery. Very, very simple. Excuse my handwriting. Do not judge me. Okay. But I'm going to go into each of these one by one to kind of explain to you what I mean by that. Okay. So, step one. Okay. Step one. Now, the offer. This means having something to sell. That's either a product or service to sell. But you don't just want to have anything. You don't just want to have something. You don't just want to sell like little like post-its and stuff like that. You want to be able to solve a problem that people have. Whether that is a big problem or a small problem, I don't think you should overthink this at all. Just kind of think about something that you can uniquely do. If you're a cook, you can probably cater events. Somebody probably needs a caterer for their baby shower, their wedding. If you are a DJ, somebody might need entertainment for their event. If you have a lawnmower and somebody needs their lawn mowed, you are able to solve that problem for them. If you know how to run Facebook ads for people, you can do that for somebody. Think about what you can do that solves a problem, because what happens is you're able to do that over and over again. You don't want just one-off sales. You want to be able to provide a service that can be repeatable, and that's going to be important for when we get down to the end and talking about multiplying your efforts. Okay, so have something to sell, and don't just have something to sell. Have a problem to solve. Okay, so that's one. Okay, two, for traffic, you want the right eyes on your product. This is what a lot of people get stuck at, like right here in this step, because they might have a product, they might have a problem that they're solving for people, but they just don't know how to get the right people to see it. And that's because all they're doing is relying on their friends and family. They're just relying on their Facebook friends, and they post on it a little bit, and they just say, hey, this is my business, support me. Or they post it on Instagram and say, hey, this is my business, support me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But why would they do that? You have to showcase what you can do. So the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to create some kind of content for it, right? That could be on Instagram, that could be on TikTok. Show what you can do. If it's cooking, as I mentioned, show some of those recipes. Show you chefing it up in the kitchen. If it's you mowing somebody's lawn, show what kind of job you're doing mowing somebody's lawn, because what that's going to do is that's going to get people to go, oh snap, Tony can mow my lawn, or Tony can mow my friend's lawn. He just asked me, and I see Tony, doing that thing, mowing the lawn, or I see Tiffany cooking, or I see Tiffany running people's ads, or I see Tiffany has this product. She has great coffee mugs, and I was thinking about getting a coffee mug for my job because nobody has a good coffee mug anymore. Whatever it is that it may be, you need to start creating content that shows you can solve the problem. Okay, but it needs to be everywhere. You need to do it on Facebook, or not everywhere, but do it where you're most comfortable, right? So if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's TikTok, if it's Twitter or X, you need traffic. I talk to so many people, right? So many people, and they go, Malcolm, I have a product, I just need more customers. I'm going, well, how are you promoting it? Like, how are you getting people to see what you have? And they go, well, my aunt, I posted it and she might have shared my post, and that's not doing it. That's not gonna do it. But what I will tell you is that you don't need a lot of people, especially for $1,000 a month. You don't need a lot of people. You just need the right people. So that could be 10 people, that could be 20 people, but you just need the right amount of people to see what you have. So that means you have to make sure you're putting yourself out there, okay? Really quick, if you want to learn how to build your own part-time business and you can make, your extra $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month, I have a free part-time business guide for you. It is in the description below. It is completely free. And if you want to take the next step and actually implement some of these things, my calendar is actually open. I have one-on-one consultations available for those as well. All right, so let's get back to the video. So step 3, payment. This is very self-explanatory, but a lot of people get stuck here, okay? So you want to make it very easy for people to pay you. You want to sign up for a payment processor. Maybe it's PayPal, maybe it's Stripe, Gumroad, or Kajabi if you want to use it. But I just say sign up for something very simple, PayPal or Stripe, because the fees are very cheap. You can sign up for free. Fees are very cheap. Just have a way to be able to take money on the internet. That is all you need, okay? And what you need, and you don't want to overthink this as well. You don't want to sign up for a super expensive software like I just mentioned. Kajabi can be expensive. It doesn't have to be ClickFunnels or Thinkific. Very simple. Stripe. Okay, I'm gonna write that here. Hold on, I'm writing in black. Stripe or PayPal, okay? Very simple. Keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple, okay? It doesn't have to be complicated. All right? Now, for the fourth and final step that will help you just cross that threshold to making your first few dollars online is delivery, okay? Delivering the product, delivering the service. Again, you don't have to make this complicated. You don't have to sign up for super expensive softwares or coaching or anything like that. All you have to do is be able to give what people are paying for. If that's a service, that is you being able to make your appointments on time. That is you being able to ship, to make sure shipping and handling is set up for whatever it is that you're selling, okay? So what I recommend is, again, signing up for something cheap. It could be Google Calendars, okay? Or Calendly is really good as well. They have Stripe or PayPal integrations, and you can schedule things. You can schedule appointments, take money right there. You don't have to sign up for you don't have to create a website, a super complicated website. You don't have to pay for anybody to create a website for you. It is very simple. It can be very, very bare bones in how you deliver the product, but you need to deliver that product, because the last step, and I promise to show you how you can double, triple, maybe quadruple that $1,000 a month and turn it into something else, right? What a lot of these internet people talk about, right? The $10,000 a month. But I'm going to show you a very simple way to do that, okay? So the last step is simple. Again, track and repeat. Track and repeat. So as you are making content, as you are getting your first few customers in the door, you want to pay attention to what's working, what's not working, for you and for the customer, right? If they don't really like your calendar system, how it's set up, you can make a note of that, make a mental note, because you might need a different system, you might need a faster system. If people are booking calls with you and things like that, or booking times with you and they're not showing up to the call, something like that, you might want to be able to get a reminder and things. And then what you need to do is just kind of repeat what works. Many times businesses fail because, and I want to say this to you, many times businesses fail because they get away from what's working. Once you find out what's working for you, you need to double and triple down on that, okay? And then you can start to add complexities to your business that makes things run a little faster and a little more streamlined. But for now, your first $1,000, things kind of need to just run through you, right? And then once you're able to do that efficiently, you're able to get testimonials, right? You're able to get feedback from people. That's the tracking part. And you're able to get testimonials. Then you're able to see what works, what doesn't, who your actual customer is, what their problems are. You can add things to your offer to solve more of their problems, so you can have more like you can have more recurring customers and more recurring revenue, because you always know what they need and what other people who are like them need, okay? And then just repeat it. Then you might be able to, whatever your business is, implement AI into your business, some automations into your business, but starting at these 4 to 5 steps. Okay, so having an offer, having the right traffic, being able to collect payment, and being able to deliver on the product. Okay, and then the last one is track and repeat. If you do those 5 things, I guarantee you'll be able to make your first $1,000, and then $3,000, $5,000, and then finally $10,000 a month. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Please hit the like button. And if you are in the process of trying to start something to make your first $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month in your business, and you really just need some guidance, some one-on-one guidance, my calendar is open right now. I'm starting to take one-on-one consultations, and the link to my calendar is below. If you don't need that, if you just have an idea of something that you want, I have a free part-time business guide for you. It is in the description below and is linked in the comments. After watching this video and you want to think about some business models that you can actually adopt to build your business, I have another video right here that'll be perfect for you. So check it out. All right. Peace.